Hey traders, how we all doing? I did mention this in the watch list, and look, I did get into this. It broke $2. ANTH. ANY is not as eventful, and I was sort of watching it. ANY for a potential dip buy. Look, to me, it just didn't really fall enough, and I didn't like the wick on this candle either. To me, that was indicating bearish with that price action, so I did not enter that trade. And it's sort of trickled down, and it's lacking volatility. Volume's okay, but definitely no trade on that. So ANTH, I got in on this one. Again, this is day trading, guys, so it's the positions are held not that long. Probably not the best entry, honestly. I mean, something like this would have been better, but I did miss it. So, yeah. But again, it was moving really nicely, and volume was pretty good with this candle. It's just a little frustrating now. 225 is offering quite a lot of resistance. I got in at 222, 1,000 shares, and then I got out at 13. So it was about 2 minutes, at 225, or 2.205, so not quite 221. So, $25 lost, but I just wasn't really prepared to just continue holding it. I've sort of got a few things on early tomorrow morning, and just need to get my sleep. So I was hoping this would just really take off. But 225, there's a little bit of resistance there. So that's the trade, guys. I went over in the watch list, but I was using 220 as, which was the 5-day moving average, as the minimum stop. So it's interesting right now what it's doing. It's, volume's pretty good. There was no real immediate news out on this one either, so it was featured in Seeking Alpha. Might have been earnings, perhaps. It doesn't really bother me. There was just a catalyst present, and it was on, the biggest percentage gainers scan. It's up 30%. We'll see. I mean, if I could hang around, I would have lessened the position size and just let it go. But I've got a few things on, so you've just got to sort of make it work to your schedule. And I'm just bringing this up now. So ANTH is really the big volume. It's 32% or so. We've got HNNT, but I don't like all these are not relevant because the liquidity is so low. But that was the trade, guys. It's interesting, like where it might go if we go to the 1 month chart. And I didn't really do this either. I didn't do the scan out different time frames on this one. ANY was looking a little bit better pre-market, and I mentioned that in the video as well. So it's at 50. No, it's not quite at 52-week highs. There's a little bit of resistance there. So, I mean, right now that's looking like a pretty good little candle there, and the volume's pretty good. I mean, average it's only 515,000 shares traded, so we're talking it's nearly 20 times that. So, but there is a little bit of resistance. I mean, the 52-week high is 248, so there's not a lot of resistance now, really. It's just it's a pretty bearish market, and nothing's really taken off. So, but that's the trade, guys. I just want to highlight that to you. Entry, honestly, probably 2 out of 10, 2 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5. Exit, I'm pretty happy with, honestly, probably 3, 4 out of 5. I'd say more 4 out of 5, because it was very quick and I was decisive with my plan. This was, I wasn't going to hang around too long either with this one. I was hoping for a nice little continuation. Didn't get it. There was a couple of good minutes that I held this and it wasn't really doing anything. So I do not want to break 225, and it's still struggling a little bit. So it's just frustrating holding it like this for a long time. and I've got stuff to take care of tomorrow morning. So I don't want to be in this for like an hour and just floats around, does nothing. Prefer to close it out, accept the small loss, and moving on. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Happy trading.